All right. So let's start. Hopefully we can cover all this. So my name is Yusufchowdhury. I'm a digital marketing consultant. I help small business and startup on how to use digital marketing to get traffic and customers. Okay, simple as that. So if you want to connect with me in the social media, please look up for my name in Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, LinkedIn, or Pinterest. And that is my personal cell phone number. So feel free to call me anytime. Okay?
Sure about that?
Yes. The worst thing that happen to you, I'm probably snoring when you call me at night. So, but give it a shot. I love to help. I'm always online. So if you have any question on, just shoot me any question in Facebook, and I should be there for you. Okay. All right. So before we start, how many of you right now have a website? All of you, right? Almost all of you. Awesome. How many of you implemented SEO? One. That's it. How many implemented SEO strategies? Nobody? Up to one person? All right, two? Right. How was the result? Good? How long have you been running it?
About almost a year.
Almost a year? Okay.
I've seen a big change though when I got Pinterest
Oh, really?
going
Wow.
correctly.
Okay. So you basically got more traffic, right? Using the Pinterest? How about you, sir?
It was very bad.
Okay.
It was the problems the company had.
Okay. Cool, yeah, because a lot of time, since the search engine in general, like Google or Bing or Yahoo, they do a lot of changes almost like every month in itself, so you have to be up to date with the changes, okay? All right, so today what I'm going to talk about, just the basic of SEO, and what's the difference between on-site and off-site, and maybe some strategies, okay? All right, so let's get some quick ideas. Why SEO is something so important for some of us? I'm assuming all of you are business owners, right? So why do you think that this part of online marketing is so important? Because the other means of getting traffic, and not just SEO, but why this one, right? If you look at the statistics, almost 90% of us, when we look for any product or information, we usually go to Google mainly. I don't know how many people go to Yahoo or Bing. I just don't check that. Okay, there you go. But I just don't like Yahoo, right? Can't find anything there, right? Or maybe Bing. But if you look at this sort of information, like 93% of experience start with an online search, right? And 97% of any product services done through the Google search. So if you're a business owner, that means what?
You better be home.
Better get your stuff together.
I'm sorry?
So you better get your stuff together.
Better get stuff together, right? But what else does it mean? If you understand that we as consumers or business owners, if we spend a lot of time online searching for product, like product and services, and you as a business owner, what does that tell you? They should be able to find you, right? And there are trillions of pages out there. Okay? All right. Online search is the number one driver of traffic to a website, which is true. And almost 75% of the folks do not go to the second page. Anybody go to the second page when you look for anything? How many go to the second page? 1, 2, 3. You see, 3 out of 4. 4 out of how many? The majority doesn't go to the second page. Okay? So there you go. So that means what? I need to be on the front page, right? Because I want to make sure that my customer, if they're looking for sign up to a dentist, sign up to a chiropractor, sign up to a therapist, I want to make sure that I show up, right? Otherwise, I'm going to probably, there's a possibility that I might lose some of the customers coming to your site, okay? All right. Any questions so far on this one? No? Still good? All right. Now, where do they search from? Your laptop, your desktop, or the mobile device, right? Last year, I think that before the end of last year, Google made an official announcement that the #1 search is done through mobile device, not the laptop or the desktop. So if the #1 search done through your mobile device, iPhone, Android, or not even the iPad or the tablet, just the iPhone and Android, again, you as a business owner, what does that mean to you?
Your website has to be viewable on it.
Yes, your website has to be mobile friendly. What I mean by that, it has to be built for mobile devices. You know what I mean by mobile friendly? Like if you find a website, let's say, I don't know, Crazy Ninja Dentist, right? So you find the website, and what you're doing is scrolling, just scrolling up and down. There is no using your fingers to, enlarge the image, because if people do this, they're going to have a concussion on their fingers, right? And this is considered a bad user experience. So when I see your website on the mobile device, I don't want to do this. All I want to do is scroll up and down, right? And the text has to be larger. Yeah, so you can see. Like, what the heck is that, right? And not like, what is it, light gray? Who can read light gray? Make it dark, right? Phone number has to be clickable. You don't want any phone number on the website that I have to go back to the phone and tap. No, it has to be. You look at the number, you hit it, it dials right away. The phone number has to be clickable, right? The map has to be easy to be found. Does that make sense? And the result on the mobile, let's say the result in Google on mobile is not the same the result on Google on laptop. It's a little bit different. If you do a search for any business on the laptop versus the mobile device, you will see a slight difference. For some reason, hey, I'm showing up in mobile search, but I'm not showing up in, let's say, the desktop. Okay, they're a little bit different. So you have to take that into consideration. Okay, you have to right now, if you hire any web developer or web designer, you always ask them this question. When you build a site, do you think mobile or do you think desktop? If they have no idea what you're talking about, then forget it. Okay, because they have no clue. If they tell you think mobile, then that's perfect. That means whatever design they're going to start with, they're going to start with mobile first. Why? Because that's what's happening right now. Everything is going to the mobile devices, right? Okay. So that's what we basically search from. Now, excuse me, I've been saying this for years, that mobile is the next big thing. If you look at some of these numbers, you will notice, like the first one, it says what? Almost 7% would not recommend a business if the website is not mobile friendly, which is true. If I find a plumber and I can't even click the number, I can't even see the information, I'm not gonna waste my time with that. Does that make sense? So, and look at this one. 71% of mobile users expect a mobile site to load fast. So it's not just your website has to be mobile friendly, but it also has to be fast. If it loads very fast on the desktop or the laptop, it has to load fast on the mobile device. You don't want them to wait more than 3 seconds. Okay, like, you don't want that. You want to make sure that within 2 seconds, everything comes up real quick. So you need to make sure whoever you hire to develop your site, make sure that it's very fast on the mobile device. Okay, and there's a tool I'm going to share with you later on, so you can check your website and see the percentage of the mobile section and the desktop section. Okay. 40% have turned away to a competitor site because of the bad mobile experience. And here's the funny thing: you will find some website that is not mobile friendly, and you click on the contact page, and unfortunately, the contact page you can't even find it. Even if you find it, there's nothing like a form, right? And there's an email, but the email is not even clickable. Okay, so you don't want to have that. That's called usability factor. So when we study search engine optimization, and it's not just about the back end of the website, it's not just about the keyword. What most of us don't focus on is the usability factor. We sometimes call it UX, user experience. We have to think from a customer point of view. Is my website easy to navigate? Is the color too bright or too dark? Are the texts, like some Shakespeare style written, or just regular style, regular font? Does that make sense? You have to take into consideration, how is my website? Can anybody navigate easily? Can they see what they're looking for? You have to look into that perspective as well, okay? 95% of the smartphone users search for local information. That means if you're a local business owner, you have an office, you're a doctor, therapist, yoga instructor, personal trainer, you need to make sure that you'll be able to be found easily locally through these mobile devices, okay? All right, I like the last one. 90% of these people will act within 24 hours. All right, that was interesting. Any questions so far? Are we good? Y'all are genius. Okay. So check this one. Which devices are most popular? As you can see, yes, desktop and laptop is still there, but look at that, man. Look at that. Almost 80%, right? This is not that recent, but look at the tablet, almost half. Then, of course, you have the PlayStation and Xbox and whatnot, right? How many of you have the watch phone these days?
Not yet.
That's another big thing right now. Because now you have to see the website and the watch, and it's gonna come. People always say that, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, right. it's going to come.
What are these percentages? Is this like market penetration?
Yes.
Is that what that is?
Yes, absolutely. Look at this one here. Smart TV. Anyone has a smart TV? Because you can use your phone to, right, with the smart TV. So that's another thing. A smartwatch, still small, but you might get there. You never know. And wristband, and of course all the other whatever weird stuff out there. Okay? But again, one of the mistakes that I see with a lot of small businesses that somehow, I don't know why, but they're sometimes scared of new stuff. Like they use the traditional sense of thing and they think will never change. It is true that word of mouth will always be strong, regardless of in what age you're in, right? But what happened with the technology, that word of mouth changes. Not in the delivery, but in the style. What I mean by that, I can talk to you one-on-one, share the information, that's it. But now with social media, I can share that one information and everyone's going to share it. That means more people are going to find it. Versus the other guy in the corner that don't have any clue. I have a lead from New York who's been doing like, what you call it, roofing, like house roofing for like more than 25 years. Now he's hurting. Very bad. It's not just he has a previous customers, but he can't get any client because all these new bloods are into this social media and mobile apps and whatnot, and it's hurting them because they never jumped in. So you as a business, sometimes you have to understand that these things exist, and if they do exist, you gotta just kind of study a little bit and make sure that you have a plan for it, just in case in the future something happens. Okay, I'm in. Does that make sense? Never, be scared of changes, because people, when they look at fear, they look at it from two perspectives. Do you guys know what fear stands for? No? Forget everything and run. No. That's one perspective, right? But another perspective is forget everything and rise. So you have two different perspectives. Some will move up, and some will like, no, I'm not going to use this, okay? But these are some of the information. I have the link here if you want to see more about all the statistics. Feel free to do so, okay? All right. So what is search engine? Really, after all this thing, what is search engine? If I ask you just as an average person, what is search engine? What does it mean to you? Don't worry, nobody's going to make fun of you. You're right. Let's go ahead and answer.
Some place to go to find information.
Some place to go to find information. Okay, I like that. What else? What else search engine means? We just look at the word search, which means you're searching. An engine, what is engine?
The motor of my car.
Yes, for you, Betty. Okay. What is engine? It is, but what you guys are close, but what is it? I mean, it's a software based, but what is it? You guys do it every time. You search where? Google. So Google is the engine. Yahoo is the engine. Bing is the engine. That's what search engine means. Like simplifying, right? That's what it means. Right? So every time you go to Google, look for something that is called an active search. And Google itself is called the engine. Because it's a software, it has a server, it has a lot of information out there. These information are in huge servers, like big, frame servers that have tons of millions of information. Okay? Every time you go to Google to look for something and type something, that is an act of search, and what you're asking Google is to give you those results because Google retains those information. Okay? All right. Now, how does the search engine work? Before you go there, so when you go to Google, you type, I don't know, cheetah or cat, right? So in less than a millisecond, what Google does, it will look for that keyword or that information that you typed in within the server, right? But in the reality, they have like, again, 60 trillion pages of website with that one keyword that you search for. So how can Google give you all those results? That's why Google says they ask like, 200 questions or 200 algorithmic rules and whatnot, and they'll go through all the pages, all the websites. They look at the backend of the website, they look at the content of the website, they look how the website was built. Is it mobile? Is it this? Is it that? Then it will start to show you the top 10 on the front page. Okay? In fact, do we have audio on this thing?
Yes.
Let me show you something real quick from Google that might make more sense than me.
My name is Matt Kutz. I'm an engineer in the quality group at Google, and I'd like to talk today about what happens when you do a web search. The first thing to understand is that when you do a Google search, you aren't actually searching the web. You're searching Google's index of the web, or at least as much of it as we can find. We do this with software programs called spiders. Spiders start by fetching a few web pages. Then they follow the links on those pages and fetch the pages they point to, and follow all the links on those pages and fetch the pages they link to, and so on, until we've indexed a pretty big chunk of the web, many billions of pages stored across thousands of machines. Now, suppose I want to know how fast a cheetah can run. I type in my search, say cheetah running speed, and hit return. Our software searches our index to find every page that includes those search terms. In this case, there are hundreds of thousands of possible results. How does Google decide which few documents I really want? By asking questions, more than 200 of them, like, how many times does this page contain your keywords? Do the words appear in the title? In the URL? Directly adjacent? Does the page include synonyms for those words? Is this page from a quality website, or is it low quality, even spammy? What is this page's page rank? That's a formula invented by our founders, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, that rates a web page's importance by looking at how many outside links point to it and how important those links are. Finally, we combine all those factors together to produce each page's overall score and send you back your search results, about half a second after you submit your search. At Google, we take our commitment to delivering useful and impartial search results very seriously. We don't ever accept payment to add a site to our index, update it more often, or improve its ranking. Let's take a look at my search results. Each entry includes a title, a URL, and a snippet of text to help me decide whether this page is what I'm looking for. I also see links to similar pages, Google's most recent stored version of that page, and related searches that I might want to try next. And sometimes, along the right and at the top, I'll see ads. We take our advertising business very seriously as well, both our commitment to deliver the best possible audience for advertisers and to strive to only show ads that you really want to see. We're very careful to distinguish your ads from regular search results. And we won't show you any ads at all if we can't find any that we think will help you find the information you're looking for, which in this case, the cheetah's top running speed is more than 60 miles an hour. Thanks for watching. I hope this made Google a little bit